Welcome to Vitalityville, where natural health is home.
My name is Matthew James, and when I was 4 years old, my skin turned blue and my throat closed over from severe anaphylactic reaction to contaminated food. I survived, but developed severe atopic dermatitis all over my body. I suffered for 30 years until I discovered the benefits of natural healing. Today, I want to talk about a deeply distressing recent event. Imagine going for genetic tests along with your children, only to find that you can't possibly be their biological mother, despite the fact that you gave birth to them. Imagine that you are a doctor and one of your patients, a 52-year-old woman, comes to see you, very upset. Tests have revealed something unbelievable about 2 of her 3 grown-up sons. Although she conceived them naturally with her husband, who is definitely their father, the tests say she isn't their biological mother. Somehow, she has given birth to somebody else's children. This isn't science fiction. It has actually happened to a few people in the world. In this case, it turned out that the mother was a chimera, a mixture of 2 separate individuals. She was the composite of 2 non-identical twins that had fused together in her mother's womb. This isn't a trick question. It's a genuine case that Margot Kruskal, a doctor at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston, Massachusetts, was faced with in 1998. The patient, who we will call Jane, needed a kidney transplant, and so her family underwent blood tests to see if any of them would make a suitable donor. When the results came back, Jane was hoping for good news. Instead, she received a hammer blow. The letter told her outright that 2 of her 3 sons could not be hers. It took Kruskal and her team 2 years to crack the riddle. In the end, they discovered that Jane is a chimera, a mixture of 2 individuals, non-identical twin sisters, who fused in the womb and grew into a singular body. Some parts of her are derived from one twin, others from the other. It seems bizarre that this can happen at all, but Jane's is not an isolated case. Around 30 similar instances of chimerism have been reported, and there are probably many more out there who will never discover their unusual origins. No one knows how common chimeras are, but with the rise of fertility treatments and genetic testing, more chimeras are likely to be created and discovered. Created is the key word here. On April 17th, 2021, scientists created the first human-monkey chimera embryo. Findings published in the journal Cell claim that this breakthrough may constitute a promising strategy for various regenerative medicine applications, including organ and tissue generation for transplants. The scientists made the chimeras by injecting human extended stem cells into early embryos of monkeys. Scientists at the Salk Institute for Biological Studies in California further state that this next step in chimeric organisms, in other words, organisms that contain cells from 2 or more species, will help in the understanding of a host of diseases and address severe shortages in donor organs. A previous 2017 study of Ispazua Belmontes incorporated human cells into early-stage pig tissue, which was an early effort into investigating being able to produce transplantable organs in the animals, who share similar organ size and internal anatomy to humans. In light of the ethical concerns of such experimentation, Ethicists and regulatory bodies' observations are included in the study, and all embryos were apparently destroyed after 19 days of study. However, State Key Laboratory of Stem Cell and Reproductive Biology in Beijing did see the birth of 2 monkey piglets, which subsequently died 2 weeks later. Says Dr. Jacob Hanna, a stem cell biologist at the Weizmann Institute in Israel, quote, "It's incredible now that we see so much evidence that human cells can survive and differentiate in other organisms," unquote. How can you tell if you're a chimera? Check for small patches of increased skin darkness and skin lightness across areas of your body. And if you have slightly different colored eyes, you may also be a human chimera. Vanishing twin syndrome was first recognized in 1945. This occurs when a twin disappears in the uterus during pregnancy and the fetal tissue itself is absorbed by the other twin. Whatever the case, the first monkey-human chimera has created a swarm of ethical controversy and has raised serious concerns in the natural health community. If you enjoyed this broadcast, please like and subscribe to our wellness channel. And for all of us here at Vitalityville, I'm Matthew James.
Thank you for listening to the Vitalityville podcast.